Hi, I'm Austin.
My name is Jeff.
And that's Nick. And this is your Charger Report for January 16th, 2015.
Oh, yes.
And now over to some world news.
France has been one of U.S.'s oldest allies and has just been invaded by ISIS in the capital of Paris.
There have been multiple casualties already, including multiple hostages killed in a situation in a supermarket in Paris, and also 3 terror suspects that have been killed.
A certain woman is wanted around the world because of her link to Al-Qaeda.
Controversy is on America after Obama does not show up for a peace assembly and a march for the leaders of the world to support Paris. Only time will come to show how this will reflect on America's reputation.
Now let's roll it over to the lovely Teeny with the weather for the weekend.
Hey, it's Teeny with your weather for the weekend. It looks like we will be having a little bit of sun this weekend, but it won't be helping much with the temperature. Today will be sunny with a high around 41. Saturday and Sunday will both be mostly sunny and in the high 40s. Now for your weather history. On January 13th in 1978, Lexington had about half an inch of snow on the ground for 57 repeated days. And in 1976, a tornado did F0 damage in Harrison County, Indiana. And that's all for your weather today. Have a great weekend, Charger Nation.
Thanks for the weather, Teeny. Now let's get it rolling over to some school news.
ACT dates coming up. February 7th, the deadline is officially today for the late sign-ups. April 18th, the deadline is March 13th. And June 13th, the deadline is May 8th.
Guys and Dolls cast list announced recently. Main roles include performances by Trace Milburn, Austin Jewell, Michaela Calhoun, Brooke Leslie, Gabe Ruth, Lance Milburn, Cole Lasley, Adam Moore, and Christian Kopich.
The theme of this year's homecoming dance will be Blacklight, and the theme of this year's prom will be Great Gatsby theme.
Are you selling your prom dress? Are you interested in buying a prom dress? If so, take a look out to Instagram for @BulletPromDresses to see if there's anything out there for you.
The last day of school, as of now, is officially May 21st. We have missed 1 snow day so far this year, and that has been added on in March on a day we normally would have been off. Now, all snow days will be added on to the end of the year, tacking on after May 21st. And now, over to Abby and Becn with the field report.
Hi, I'm here with
Mr. Foster.
And Mr. Foster, on Monday night, where were you?
I was at home. Monday afternoon, I was at the board office taking part in a start times committee.
And what does that mean?
Mr. Davis has assembled a group of folks to talk about start times for elementary school, middle school, and high school. And obviously, the question and the reason and for our work and assembling together is to evaluate whether or not what we're doing and the times that we start school is the most effective that they can be.
So what you're saying is high school could be start later in the day?
That's a long ways off. Yes, that could become the outline. One of the things we really did yesterday was look at other districts around us and statewide and what times elementary school, middle schools, and high schools start collectively and compared ourselves. We also looked at various pieces of literature. We looked at American pediatric stuff. We looked at some New York Times things that are based on data and outcomes and things like that. So yesterday was very much just the first step. We really didn't talk about this as plan A or option 1, 2, or 3. We really that's a little bit down the road. So yesterday was really just kind of the first step.
Now, who all was there?
There were probably, I'm going to say 15 to 20 folks. There was one elementary principal, middle school principal, high school principal. There was a teacher from every level. There was a coach there. There were 3 or 4 community members that were unrelated to the schools. There were parents from every level and Mr. Davis himself. So I'm going to say 15 to 20 altogether.
Now, do you think, that it could be passed?
I definitely think if it is supported with data, I think we could look at other things. The one thing that makes it tough in Bullitt County is we only have enough buses to run each level on its own. So I will say traditionally, when I was a student growing up in Bullitt County, elementary school students went to school at 9 o'clock like they do now. One of the things we discussed yesterday, historically in Bullitt County, middle school and high school students rode the bus together. So obviously a group of buses would go to either Bullitt East or Mount Washington Middle School first. There was no East Side then. Drop off and then quickly get over here and drop off. So those students were combined. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 2002, 2003, that was no longer feasible just because there was too many students to fit on the bus. So middle school and high school runs were separated, and high school basically was just thrust even earlier, which made it tough. So in a sense, we're in about 10 to 11 years, maybe 12 years into practice of our high school students going to school really early. And, I think it's time for us to evaluate what we're doing. And, the brain research and data is pretty telling that what we do is not the most effective thing for high school students. Now, that being said, there was a lot of really good points in the room yesterday. We have to consider part-time employment. We have to consider after-school activities for really all three levels. We have to consider elementary students being out waiting for the bus earlier if they were to change because now they don't go to school till 9 o'clock. So there's a lot of factors. It's certainly not an easy thing to talk about, especially if it leads to a change, because change is hard, and it's one of those things we talked yesterday. No matter what we recommend, if it's different from what we're doing now, there are going to be folks upset, which is tough.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Foster.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Gary,
Kenny Helm.
Noah Franklin.
Olivia.
And Gary, did you know that there was talk about changing school to a later time?
Actually I did.
Yes, I did.
I did not.
No.
Well, if school could start at Gary time, what time would Gary time be?
The time I would choose would be when I walk through the doors.
Well, probably 18 to 1825.
Be completely serious. I don't really care when school starts because, I don't want it to start too late because then I like getting out early. That's fun. That's enjoyable to me. And so I'd rather start it at the way we do start it now at the same time at 7:20 and not before then or not after then. Huzzah!
Probably like 8:30.
Well, that time would impact extracurricular activities after school.
I want to do with no extracurricular activities because I'm tired of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I could go an early time for ROTC, I think. Because after all, I am a private first class.
First class.
I wouldn't like that part because I have to work. I run track, so I'd be going from track to work, and that'd be kind of impossible.
So it'd be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That was a nice segment of the field report. Now let's send it over to Plugged In.
So you're not worried about what might happen?
I'm willing to meet my creator and answer for every shot that I took.
I'll pick it up. Travis.
Brian, you're up.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
You're gonna have to jump.
Tangled in strings. Strings.
away now.
I didn't do this.
Put your hands up now.
Wanted for murder. Suspect's name, Brian Mills.
Me when I'm gone.
Password.
Fart noise.
Did you not see the parentheses?
Could be the ham in that man sandwich.
Let's go.
I'm Austin.
My name is Jeff.
And that's still Nick. And this has been your Charger Report for January 16th, 2015. Stay classy, Chargers.
Always.
General knowledge questions. They're really simple to answer. Don't overthink them, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Question number 1. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain in the world?
It wasn't discovered. It was created by man.
Wrong answer.
Oh, yeah, see Mount Rushmore!
What? What?
I was thinking
You have
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can't put that on there.
Oh, we're gonna have to edit that out?
Yeah.
Okay, here, we'll just ask the question one more time. Question number 1, Miss Akridge. Before
I'm playing all kinds of shades of red.
Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest.
I have no idea.
Go ahead, talk it out, you're fine.
The Rocky Mountains?
The Rocky Mountains, is that your final answer?
I have no idea. Mount Kilimanjaro.
Incorrect, it was Mount Everest, it just wasn't discovered yet. We got a butcher who stands about 6'5", about 2 or 3 inches taller than me.
Yeah.
His shoe size is about 13 and a half on a good day. What does he weigh? Are you trying to tell me that you give up?
I give up. At least 200. I don't know. What do you think? It's not the answer, but over 200. I'm guessing.
You think over 200 pounds?
Yeah.
Somewhere around 200 pounds.
The shoe?
However much he weighs.
He weighs meat. He's a butcher. One more question and then I can let you go back to your study hall. Question number 3. Adam's mom, in her lifetime, she only had 3 children, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She named her first child April. Beautiful name. She named her second child June. Could you guess what the third child's name is?
Adam.
You got it one right.
Adam.
Oh. June. June? Yeah, I'm sorry, his name is Adam.
Okay.
June? It was Adam, as I said previously in the question.
I mean, it could be August.
The answer is Adam. The third child's name was Adam. We're talking about Adam's mother.
I
here.
don't like you, Ethan.
Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Kylie.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Ron.
And this is your Red Zone Sports Report.
Go get your hands up!
Welcome to the next level. First up is the AFC title. Who wins between the Colts and the Patriots?
I actually believe that the Colts are going to end up upsetting the Patriots in this AFC title game behind the wicked arm of Andrew Luck.
I'm going to have to go with the vet himself, Tom Brady. I think he's going to pull the Patriots through this one and beat the Colts.
I got to go with the Colts. I think Andrew Luck's going to put the team on his back and get some help from the defense, and the Colts are going to come out on top.
I'm going to have to go with age over beauty. Go with the Patriots.
Next up is the NFC title. Who wins between the Packers and the Seahawks?
I'm going to go with the defending Super Bowl champions, the Seahawks, because I think Richard Sherman and the rest of the Seahawks defense is too much to handle for the Packers.
I think Beast Mode is going to come out with one of his games again like he did, and I think they're going to beat the Packers.
I got to go with the Seahawks as well. I think their home field advantage is too tough for the Packers to come in there and get a win.
I'm going to go with the upset, go with the Packers. Randall Cobb's going to just go off.
And now on to the field report.
Dang, that's a nice catch. It's debatable. I don't know if that was a catch or not, actually. Well, Connor, I think you're stupid, so we're going to go ask around. All right.
I'm Connor Green, and I'm here with Luke Hutchins.
I'm here with
Gavin Hollahan.
So, did you see the Des Bryant missed catch?
I didn't.
Yeah, I saw the catch because it was a catch, and I saw that this weekend.
Did you see the Des Bryant catch or incompletion last weekend?
I saw the catch. I think it was a catch.
I think the NFL should get rid of the rule that says you have to continue all the way through with the catch.
I think the continuation's a good rule. I just don't know. There needs to be a better way to look at it. What's a football move? What's not a football move? I know I'm biased. I'm a Dallas fan, but I did think that when he caught the ball in the air, tucked it in the air, then landed with 3 steps and what I felt like reached. Wasn't a great reach by any means, but if reaching for the goal line is not a football move, what is? I don't know. I think that it needs to be looked at.
Only. I don't know. Only if you're falling, only if you're not falling out of bounds.
Yes. Why do you think that? It's just a dumb rule. All right. And who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year?
The Jaguars.
Green Bay.
All right.
Man, Seattle looks really good. I like Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers is a little bit hurt. I'm going to have to say Seattle.
Good call. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Welcome to your game changer. First is the College Football Playoff Championship. What pulled OSU to victory?
I believe the biggest factor that brought OSU to a victory was Urban Meyer being their coach, and you can't forget how great of a game Ezekiel Elliott had, especially in the Sugar Bowl as well.
This is the year of the third-string quarterback, I guess, because not only of Kyle Bowen from Louisville, but I guess from Ohio State as well. So I feel like that underdog third-string quarterback thing was the way to go this year.
How did that bowl game go for Kyle Bowen and the Cards? I'm just saying. I got to go with Ezekiel Elliott, the running back for Ohio State, 4 touchdowns. He pounded Oregon all game long, and I got to say that was the game changer.
I'm going to agree with everybody. Ezekiel, I was not expecting OSU to have such a great running game that game, and they just ran all over Oregon. So.
Next is college basketball. What game has been the biggest upset so far this season?
I believe most of the nation can agree with me when I say that New Jersey Institute of Technology defeating Michigan was the biggest upset so far this season.
Next to that one, I'm going to have to go with Temple beating Kansas by well over 20 points.
I got to go with the Rutgers over Wisconsin this past week. That one was a real shocker.
I'm going to have to go with NC State over Duke because anytime Duke loses, it's a great day.
And now over to the Coach's Corner.
The bass can and kick it.
I'm here with the head coach of the basketball team, Coach Blackburn. Now, Coach, what's the difference between coaching today and when you first started coaching?
Coaching back in 1980, there were no true laptops, no computers. Video was more 16 millimeter, the old film and the reels and things along that line. Stats were kept on a stone tablet. Sneakers were Converse chucks, and they were all, they weren't leather. They were simply, canvas. And I'm trying to think. I don't think there were cheerleaders yet. I think you could have larger numbers like 99 on your jerseys, and I think you had 3 timeouts a game, if I'm not wrong. Technical fouls, they would cut off fingers, and things along that line.
When you were in high school, what career did you want to pursue?
I really wanted to be an accountant, a CPA, and that was my goal in high school. When I was in college, I realized how much I missed athletics and sports, and I really wanted to teach and coach.
And what college did you go to, and what was your first career or your first job in coaching, and what was it like?
I went to Eastern, graduated my undergrad from Eastern, and then a master's and all from University of Louisville. My first teaching position was at North Bullitt High School in the business department, and my first coaching position was freshman assistant at North Bullitt High School, freshman assistant boys basketball.
And our final question for you, Coach, is what was the craziest thing that's happened in this gym?
Well, 3 things come to mind. Live chickens running amok on the gym floor, a pie eating contest that had freshman through senior contestants, but only one actually ate a pie in front of the entire student body, which was probably embarrassing for him, and I don't think he has shown his face in Mount Washington since. And maybe the funniest and wildest thing was a cheerleader football player kissing contest that turned out to be football player mom kissing contest, which a little bizarre, a little weird, very funny, very funny. Moms and sons, it's pretty interesting, that's all I can say.
Well, good luck to you, Coach, and the rest of the season.
Hi, welcome to the Charger Sports News. So, Kylie, how have the cheerleaders been preparing for nationals?
We are definitely adding more practices on. We usually only practice 3 days a week, and now our coach is having us practice at least 5, with also adding on most practices in the weekend too if needed. But we're trying to work smart instead of hard so we can bring home 2 national championships.
Do you think you guys have a good chance to bring these national championships home?
Yeah, I definitely think we have a good chance this year. We have a lot of talent and a lot of heart on both teams, so I think it's really good for our chances. And now over to 5 on Friday.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Hayden.
And this is your top 5 plays of the 2015 National Championship game.
Number 5. We got Cardell Jones here handing the ball to Ezekiel Elliott, who's just going to run it like a man, like Robert Hartley would, to the house.
He shows great athleticism.
Those moves are spectacular.
Look at the celebration, hugs, pats on the head from everybody. Highlighting some players here, showing you what they're going to do.
Terrible read by the linebacker.
Very gargantuous play right here.
In essence, you give the man the ball, and he'll run it.
In the running game, really tied down Oregon's defense. I think that's what gave Ohio a really good
Number
advantage.
4.
Cardell Jones drops back again. He's rolling out. He's leaving the pocket, and he's throwing deep.
Devin Smith with the reception.
Holy mackerel, what a catch.
That was a 45-yard catch, ladies and gentlemen.
I do agree with you on that, Hayden.
I respect that.
See, he runs a little post route here, like one Alex Elkins would run in the game. Going deep, 45 yards, there's a reception.
Comes
Number 3. Cardell Jones here. Takes a snap, play fake. Passes it. Oh, here we go. Oh,
he lays on the
Michael
brakes.
Thomas. Nice little juke move.
Give him a little shimmy shake there.
Here they're going to slow it down. They're going to show
learn
you
that off
as
Madden
he
right there.
breaks his ankles.
Number 2.
The only play for Morgan in this highlight, Marcus Mariota is going to throw it, and
Byron Marshall's going to run it all the way down for a touchdown and celebrates early.
Really didn't matter because Oregon just sucks,
What a dillweed.
The kid's got wheels. He's got wheels, Cotton.
And a big hit.
That's what he's got.
He's Eric.
Number 1. Cordell Jones here takes a snap. Little play action. He's rolling out.
Jalen Marshall is
Throws
open.
it up.
He comes down with a one-handed.
Wow. Holy cow.
And the crowd goes wild.
Just shows a great effort by these players to
Look at the bench just heating up
win
after
this
that
game.
play.
That's a man's
That was a
catch.
momentum
That is a
changer right
man's
there.
catch.
All right,
Jacob.
I'm Hayden.
I'm Sam, and this was your top 5 on Friday.
From the national championship game.
I'm Chuck Pagano.
I'm Richard Sherman.
I'm Kylie.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Ron.
And
This was your Red Zone Sports Report.
My wife get mad at me. All I do is go.